Hello, members of the Rhode Island Civic Chorale and Orchestra. Hope this message finds you all doing well, safe, and healthy at home. Just making a little video here to talk through some vocal warm-ups. This will mostly be some concepts, some ideas, and I hope a jumping off point for each of you to use this video to keep your voice in some shape or get back in shape a little bit vocally, and just to spark your interest and some other ideas, things that you can do. As we all know, with our voice and the mechanism that we use to sing, it's comparable to an athlete preparing to work out or engage in some sport, any sport. There's a series of muscles here that if we don't use them, if we don't take care of them properly, they're not as flexible. They're not as, they don't have the same abilities that they would if we do take care of them. So here's a few concepts and some thoughts. As if you were going to the gym, but for your voice. One of the things that we want to do to stay in good vocal shape is make sure that our general posture when we're singing is good. Always checking in with the shoulders. We spend a lot of time in front of computers, even more so now. Making sure those are back, relaxed, nice and low. Your back is straight, chest upright, and then neck and head aligned. Always okay to make sure you give a little tender massage here, sides of the jaw and the sinuses with the pollen coming out. I know I am feeling it there. Up above the eyebrows, temples, and shoulders. Feel free to stretch, massage, anything that feels tight. If you're standing, which is often recommended, you can check in with your hips to make sure that they're rotated, your back, and that your feet are well planted about shoulder width apart. I'm sitting at the moment, since I'll be playing piano here, to lead us through some things, but whatever works for you. When I like to start warming up, I often first focus on my breath, as that's what is the key to this entire mechanism. When we're generally talking, we breathe more shallow breaths, but we want to focus our singing breath on a good low breath down here. And if you can feel it in your back, I like to put a hand on both sides. So let's take a couple good full breaths together. Making sure our shoulders stay low. As you release the breath, try and maintain a good, consistent release. I'm going to turn it into just very simple humming. Breath in. Good breath the entire time. And with this humming and simple exercise, we're just starting to phonate a little bit, and you want to make sure you have good placement of the tone. Things should be forward. You should feel your lips, your nose, your sinuses just buzzing a little bit. And as you come up over the third note, there's a good lift and step. So we're just going to keep in a tight range here. If you'd like to do a hum, or branch out to a lip buzz or a tongue trill, whatever works for you, feel free. Or buzz. Excellent. Well, hopefully you're feeling this. Feel free to do any more, and you can start to extend the range. One of the other keys that we want to focus on with not just the placement here, but is the lifting of the soft palate. As you can feel when you pull your tongue from the edge of your teeth back across the roof of your mouth, you feel the lift here, which we get when we lift our eyebrows. We sort of heighten our cheekbones and a good nice yawn for a breath, right? We're going to do the same sort of thing, and I want to try slightly different, but start on a hum, where we have the lips and the teeth separated, but you close the tongue to the roof of the mouth for an NG. Hum, and I don't know if you can see this, but as you go from the NG to an ah to an NG back and forth just to practice, the only thing you should be moving is the tongue. The rest of the shape, face stays the same. Hum, helps me find good resonance and keep that placement in a good place. We'll do a few of these. Starting in B flat major, which is a nice place for a pseudo baritone such as myself. Sopranos and tenors, you may want to start a little higher, whatever you feel comfortable with. We'll do a handful of these. So, keep going. Feel free to add hand motions. Lift over this. 2, 3. Good, very nice. So make sure that stays nice and high. We can also do a couple just sort of in this descending fashion again, to have the same similar sort of flipping between two vowels or two placements, but not much movement in the jaw. Going from me to o. Me o me o me o me o me. Me o me o me o me o me. Me o me o me o me o me. And this should be largely just in the lips. Me o me o me o me. But the point where your lips touch is just slight, and it bounces off and gives you a little bit of a spring. Me o me o me o me o me. Me o me o me o me o me. Me o me o me o me. Keep going. And you can do these in ascending or descending fashion. I'll just do one for the moment. Another one to add as we start getting warmed up, to do a few more and to stretch the duration of the warm-up, is to add a nice range of an octave instead of just a third or a fifth, and to sustain it a little longer. Just a nice scale, but with the lift at the top. Sorry. Ha. Very nice. So these are just a few things that I recommend, a couple of warm-ups. I think when you're not in the regular habit of singing, it's a difficult thing to get back into. And it's one thing that one can't just leap from doing no vocal exercises, no singing at all for a long period of time, into having the same range, register, and comfort level that you would want. I recommend doing a variety of smaller things to start. Feel free to find a piano, a keyboard if you have it. If you don't, go ahead and you can download apps on your phone or pull pitches out of thin air. But start in the closer, small register. Anything that works. Start in a place of comfort so you get a good phonate, you get a good quality of tone, and then start to bridge out slowly and slowly. There's lots of excellent resources. You can find things online, on YouTube. You can Google vocal warm-ups, vocal exercises, and find a variety of different things. But make sure whatever you're doing, you feel comfortable, don't strain, no pressure, no tight. And I look forward to singing with you all soon. Hope you keep that voice in good shape.